What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over some basketball games for Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We're going to be looking at the Bucks versus the Celtics in Game 5. Warriors versus the Grizzlies in Game 5. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. On this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is up top, I like to keep track of the home team win-loss records for the NBA playoffs this year, which means that this Bucks versus Celtics game will be the 62nd NBA playoff game for this particular season. I also keep track of the series record. The series is tied 2-2. Right here is the road team. Their coach's record all time, his postseason record, their season record, their road record, and their postseason record as a team. In the middle is the head-to-head record between the two teams all time, postseason, and for this season in particular. And at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their postseason record as a team, and then their coach's record. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Get over some numbers for these games. We'll start with the Bucks and Celtics. When I do these, I start with the home team. I usually go over numbers for the home team to win this game, and then I'll go over some numbers for the road team to win this game. So starting off with the home team, the Celtics, if the Celtics were going to win this game, the number 32 would definitely come into play for them. What do I mean by that? Well, this is the number 2 seed Celtics versus the number 3 seed Bucks. Kind of like the number 23 and or 32, whichever way you want to look at it. Well, the Celtics, they can get their 32nd home win for the season as they make this series become 3-2. Well, I mean, the series is going to become 3-2 no matter who wins. If the Bucks win, the series becomes 3-2. If the Celtics win, it becomes 3-2. The 3 seed versus the 2 seed. However, if the Celtics are the one that win, they also pick up their 32nd home win to go with. So that would be the added bonus for the Celtics. Because, again, either way, it doesn't matter if the Bucks win or the Celtics win. Either way, the series is going to become 3-2, like 32, the 3 seed versus the 2 seed. The only difference is Celtics are the ones that can get their 32nd home win to go with. Today is the 131st day of the Gregorian year, the 32nd prime number. And today also has 32 date numerology on the Hebrew civil, as well as 158 date numerology on the Hebrew civil. 32 written out sums to 158. That's why I have the 32 numbers in the cantaloupe color. I mean, I could put it in the gray color for the Gregorian 131st day, the 32nd prime. But I wanted to separate the colors a little bit. Like I didn't want to have it all gray. I wanted to differentiate between the two. And luckily there's 32 and 158 connections on the Hebrew civil also. So that's why it's in the cantaloupe color. And the reason why I wanted to separate it is because today has 58 date numerology on the Gregorian. Bucks can get their 58th win or Celtics can get their 58th win. It can go either way. And so that way there's not a whole lot of gray, marked up. But if the Celtics do win, they get their 58th win for the season on the 58th day of the Gregorian civil. They get their 32nd. I can't believe I mispronounced that. They get their 32nd home win to go with the 131st day of the Gregorian, the 32nd prime, along with 158 date numerology on the Hebrew civil, 32 date numerology on the Hebrew civil. There's 151 date numerology on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, and the Bucks would get their 151st postseason loss as a team to go with. And then I think that's about it, really. In regards to Bucks getting their 35th loss, Today does have 38 date numerology on the Gregorian. If you write out 38, it does sum to 149, the 35th prime number. That could be a reason why Bucks get their 35th loss. Today is the 40th day of the Hebrew religious year. And home teams, if the Celtics win, they would give home teams their 40th win for the NBA playoffs this year. So that might be something as well. But that's about it. That's what I have for right now for the Celtics side. Let's look at the Bucks. If the Bucks are going to win, it's the same thing, right? Bucks can get their 58th win, or Celtics can get their 58th win. There's no real difference between the two. And one thing that Bucks do have in their favor, though, is the number 38. I talked about 38, summoned to 149, the 35th prime. Bucks could get their 35th loss for the season. However, Bucks could get their 149th postseason win as a team instead. They can go from 148 to 149 postseason wins as a team today with 38 date numerology. 38 sums to 148 and 149. It also sums to 58. It could be why they get their 58th win as they get their 149th postseason win as a team. And then the Bucks coach, he would get his 481st win all time for his career. 481 is just a reflection of 148, or an anagram of 148. 481, 148, they're just anagrams of each other. And then Bucks will go from 148 to 149, postseason wins as a team. And then they get that 58th win, 58 date numerology, 38 date numerology, 38 sums to 149, 148, and 58. And then the Celtics, what's some bad news for the Celtics? I guess it could backfire with the 2-3-3-2. So the 2 seed versus the 3 seed, like 32 or 23. One of these two teams, whoever wins, is going to make the series 3-2, 2-3. Bucks, if they win, they can go ahead and get the 23rd home loss. They can give home teams their 23rd loss for the NBA season this year. 23, just a reflection of 32. And so that could be a 32-23 pattern there for the Bucks. And then the Bucks would sit on 23 all-time postseason losses against Celtics with the win to go with. Bucks would sit on 34 losses. Celtics would get their 34th loss. I think that's roughly about it. It's a 60-second playoff game. 62. 62 sums to 38. So the 38 number is at play. It just depends on who gets the favorite, which side gets the favorite of the 38. But those are some numbers for this game. A little tricky. I kind of like the Celtics numbers. But Bucks do have some numbers. The 40 interests me for the home teams, but at the same time, well, I don't know. You think Grizzlies is going to get the 40th home win? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to leave it here for now on this one. Let's just go ahead and look at the Grizzlies and the Warriors. I know Ja Morant is out. He's not coming back. This might be it for the Grizzlies. This could be a series over right here. However, the only reason why it would not be over right now, and if the Grizzlies were going to win this game, it would be similar to what I talked about for the Celtics and Bucks. It'd be the number 32, right? This is the 2 seed Grizzlies versus the 3 seed Warriors, kind of like 23 or 32. Either one of these two teams is getting their 32nd loss today, right? The 3 seed versus the 2 seed, one of these two teams is getting their 32nd loss today. If Grizzlies win and give Warriors their 32nd loss, the series for the playoffs would also become 3-2, like 32. Instead of Warriors winning this game and becoming 4-1, like 41, winning the series like 41, it could drop to 3-2 with the Grizzlies win. The 3 seed Warriors versus the 2 seed Grizzlies. Warriors would get their 32nd loss for the season. The Grizzlies, they would get their 62nd win for the season. I've already showed you if you write out 62, it sums to 38. It also sums to, well, I guess the 61 doesn't matter. But it does sum to 38. Today does have 38 date numerology on the Gregorian, as well as 58 date numerology. Grizzlies would get their 62nd win for the season as they sit on 58 all-time head-to-head losses against Warriors to go with. This is Grizzlies' 47th home game. They could become 4-7, like 47 head-to-head against Warriors for the postseason all-time with the win. And today does have 151 date numerology on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar. 151 is the 36th prime number. Grizzlies can go ahead and get their 36th postseason win as a team to go with. And 16th postseason game for the Grizzlies coach. Grizzlies can get that 53rd all-time head-to-head win against the Warriors. 53, the 16th prime number. Those would be some numbers I would point to towards the Grizzlies to win this game. If the Warriors were going to win this game and they don't get their 32nd loss and the series does not become 3-2, instead Warriors win outright and end the series 4-1, if that were to be the case, just know that they're going to be picking up their 61st win for the season as they do it. Today does have 58 date numerology on the Gregorian. 58 sums to 115 and 61. This is their coach's 115th postseason game for his career. They can get their 61st win for the season to go with. If you write out 61 as well, 61 sums to 131 and it sums to 85. Today is the 131st day of the Gregorian calendar. Warriors coach can get his 85th postseason win for his career. Also sums to 41 and 40. Warriors can end the series 4-1, like 41, and it would be on the 40th day of the Hebrew religious side of the calendar. Today, with 38 date numerology on the Gregorian, Warriors can become 3-8 or 8-3 head-to-head against the Grizzlies postseason all-time with a win. And then we bring it back to the number 32. Like I said, either one of these two teams can get their 32nd loss today. If Grizzlies did go ahead and get their 32nd loss, today does have 32 date numerology on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar, as well as 158 date numerology on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar. 32 written out sums to 158. It's also the 10th day of the 9th month for the Hebrew civil calendar, like 109. And Grizzlies coach would get his 109th loss all time for his career. So those would be numbers for that game, relatively. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight to the games, gets you something started on a decode, adds to something that you may already have. And I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks. Again, hopefully this helps. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. And I'll see you in the next video, of course. Hopefully you have a great day. And once again, hopefully you win all the money in the world. I'll see you in the next video.